All right, what is up, YouTube? Mozzie back with another video, man. Another dope video for you guys. As I don't know why I said I feel like I stopped. We're gonna try it again. What is up, YouTube? Mozzie back with another video, man. Another dope video for you guys. I'm back, man. Living with Mozzie. If you're watching this video for the first time and it's your first time to the channel, man, welcome to the channel. I hope you like the video. I hope you like the channel. Go through my channel and browse other videos, because this is not the only video. And we're not stopping. We're going up all 2019. I've been telling y'all that. And so if you just not come to the channel, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join this awesome, amazing family, bro. So I appreciate you for stopping by. But man, if you've been rocking with your boy since the beginning or since however long, you already subscribed, man. Welcome back, man, to another video, man. Another episode of us going up all 2019, and we're not stopping. Y'all know that. But so as you can see, it's like super well, it's sunny over there, but as you can see from over here, it's all cloudy and stuff like that. So that's what the weather's looking like today. So it's basically, you can see from the car, it's supposed to rain today. So there is gonna be absolutely no driving for me. You know, that's y'all already know how that goes for me. But oh man, y'all see I got my Mopar shirt on, man. I gotta put on for the squad one time. But so if you're just now joining the channel, as you already know, man, this is my Hellcat, my 2016 Dodge Charger Hellcat that I am completely in love with, man. I love it. And so, sit down and have a seat, talk to y'all. So, a lot of people have been hitting me up. A lot of people have been hitting me up and asking me what's the best car for them to get. And I feel like that is probably like one of the best questions I've gotten. As far as like Dodge anyway. They asked me like, should they get like a RT, or should they get a Scat Pack, or should they get a Hellcat? Like I said, it's the best question that you can really ask, in my opinion, because it's a lot of stuff that goes into factor with these cars as far as like ownership, because it's like a lot of stuff you have to be prepared for. I guess I'll start with the Hellcat because I have one, so I guess I'll start there. I start at the top. When it comes to a Hellcat, amazing car, complete beast. The fastest car I've ever driven or had, whatever you want to call it, it's definitely the fastest. It's gonna get faster because these miles is coming in and I'm not stopping. I'm road to 1,000 horsepower. But I don't know if y'all can hear the rain, but it's starting to rain. But it is, of course, for those who may not know, I can't assume everybody already knows everything. It's a 6.2 liter Hemi, 6.2 liter supercharged engine, but it drinks a lot of gas. Off the rip, it drinks a lot of gas. Like I said, I probably drop between 300 to 400 a month, strictly just on gas, and probably went up a little bit since I've been doing YouTube. That's because I drive a lot. I drive my car a lot. I'm always driving somewhere, going here and there, everywhere. So that's just for me. That's just in my you know, for me, you know, I don't know, for my preference, because like I said, I'm YouTube, so I'm always going to some kind of car meet, or going to a dealership, or going to some location, or driving, period. So that's just for me. It may not be that way for everybody else. You know, some people got weekend cars too, you know, so which I feel like that would be a good thing too. If you get a Hellcat, try to get like a car that you can drive daily, you know, that you can daily drive, as far as like going to work or going to the grocery store or something like that, you know, and just drive your Hellcat like on the weekends. That would be a good thing. For me, I don't do that. I don't have a second car for one, but just, I mean, it's fun driving a Hellcat. I mean, like, who doesn't want to daily drive a Hellcat? Yes, it gets expensive, but I mean, it's a Hellcat. You know, it don't get more exciting than that. You know, so it's just like, I feel like some stuff you just shouldn't get if you feel like you can't afford it, because what happens if you do get a Hellcat and something goes wrong with your second car, to where you may have to have it in the shop, or have to end up buying another second car, and then you don't have no choice but to daily drive your Hellcat. So it's just like, you know, some stuff you just have to be prepared for. So you have to prepare that if you are daily driving your Hellcat, even if you're not. But so the gas is definitely something that you're gonna have to worry about. It's gonna be very expensive. It's gonna be up there, like I said, depending on how you drive it. The oil, changing the oil on it, depending on where you go. If you don't buy your own oil, you're looking to probably drop anywhere between Probably like between like 85 to all the way up to, you can go to, you can probably touch like 150, 125. I think 150 is probably like the highest I've heard. I've never paid that much, but that's like the highest I heard somebody had to pay to get that oil change on the Hellcat. So then, of course, as always, the main thing you're gonna go through, depending on how you drive, is your tires. I have right now, I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't see it because of the shadow, but oh, you can get a little glimpse right there. I'm running 315s. You can see how much, well, you can actually see how it's poking out right there. I'm running 315s on the back, on the rear. Of course, it's the stock 275s on the front. These are Nittos, the Nitto NT555s, the retarded name. But that's what I'm running as far as my tire setup. As you can kind of see, I'm gonna see if y'all can see it from here. You can kind of see my tread. It's not too bad, but it's not perfect either. It's not where we used to be. So with stuff like that, you know, tires get expensive too, as always. You know, you have to, I think I paid close to $550, around that price range just for the back too. So the front's about 275s. You're probably looking at another probably like two-ish or three-ish or something like that around that price range. So you're almost touching $1,000 just for tires, you know, for all four anyway. So it's just like stuff like that. And like I said, depending on how you drive, depending on what your tire setup is anyway, like you just run, you know, 275s all the way around the stock, you can easily get some Pirelli or something like that. Or you're gonna get some used tires, you know, I mean, but who does that with a Hellcat? But, so like I said, if you're running like a different size in the back, of course you would have to always buy another set of back tires, especially once you go through these, because you're driving a Hellcat, you're gonna go through them. Trust me. I don't care who you are or how you drive, you're going through some back tires. Trust me. So with me, I have 315s, so that means I'll have to go and buy another set of 315s if something was to happen to these. As far as like, you know, you losing the tread on them, you know, in other cases, if you have like 275s all the way around, you know, you can just take them up to a shop, tell them, you know, rotate your tires, no problem. But most people end up putting the different sides in the back because there's more traction for you. So, I mean, it's stuff like that you got to deal with a Hellcat. You know, you have to deal with, you know, your oil is going to be expensive, more like you're going to run through tires, depending on what kind of tires. Because Nittos are pretty much, they good tires. So you can easily go and get some Pirellis that's going to be cheaper. So, I mean, but most people that really care about their car and stuff like that, or want to put like the good parts on that car, that's what they go and get, you know, Nittos or Mickey Thompsons for racing anyway and stuff like that. So I mean, you can go and get some Pirellis put on there. I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie until you I know how much Pirellis are, because I don't put them on my car, because those are probably like the worst tires you can put on your car. But the Continentals, those are good all season tires. So I would advise those. If you're not like huge on just like really just sticking to the ground of performance tires, Continentals are probably the best tires you can actually put on your Hellcat. Continentals, and I would make sure I do like a video on that too, explaining like what's good tires, because a lot of people ask me that too. But for the video purpose, I'm gonna make sure I stay on top. But it's just stuff like that, man, that comes to play, man, when we have to deal with the Hellcat, as far as like, you know, spending money wise. And that's not including like your insurance and your gas, which your insurance gonna go up as well, because most insurance well, I ain't gonna say most, some insurance company not gonna accept. I know like Elephant don't accept the Hellcat because it's considered too exotic for Elephant, which Elephant is a pretty good cheap insurance company, but they don't accept the Hellcats because it's considered too exotic. But when it comes to driving it, when you driving stuff like this, bro, a Hellcat is super dangerous. If you've never been in anything that has any kind of speed, I would not advise you to get a Hellcat, because this, you can definitely kill yourself. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, I didn't lost control, you know, driving it myself, and I didn't drove fast because I had a Scat Pack. So that's, you know, basically one step under. And so I never had an RT before though. I went straight from a Hemi truck to the Scat Pack. So, but when it comes to something like this, you can definitely kill yourself if you're not ready for the power, if you don't know how to handle it, if you've never driven something like this before. Driving it on GTA and driving it on Forza and driving it on Midnight Club is absolutely not the same. So that is not going to be something I would advise you to base off your driving skills or driving a Hellcat on that. So something like this, a Hellcat, you can definitely kill yourself. If you've never driven nothing like that, I would not advise you to get one. But if you like speed and you want to get something that goes fast, I would advise people to get the next step, which is a 392 or a Scat Pack or the Daytona 392, or what else they got? They got the TA 392. They have the Scat Pack and the Charger and the Challenger. So a 392 is what I would advise somebody to get if they want speed and you've never driven something fast. I wouldn't advise you to get a Hellcat. I would advise you to get a Scat Pack, or basically a 392. So with the 392s, those have a lot of power as well because it's a 6.4 liter and it's all engine. Now, for the people that's been rocking with me, y'all know I used to have a Scat Pack. I used to have a white Scat Pack called the Ghost. It was amazing. The Beats sound package, the sunroof, man, the whole nine. It was insane. The 392s, dope vehicles, dope. Like I said, it's all engine, so it's not supercharged. It's like purely, basically all muscle, you know. So as soon as you step on the gas, you're getting all that power. With those, you can kill yourself with those as well, but those are good cars, and it's a lot. I would say it's easier to handle than handling, you know, a supercharged engine, because you basically, you know, comparing 485 to 700 horsepower. So, which is a big difference. You know, if you take 200, for the people that have a Hellcat, if you take, you know, drive with the black key, that's basically what it's like driving a Scat Pack, you know. So just like driving those, you know, a 392 is like a perfect car, I would say, for somebody that's never driven anything super fast but wants something with some speed. I would advise them to get a Scat Pack. Your gas, it's not going to be that much different from the Hellcat, but in the sense it is, you know, because again, it's not supercharged, so you're not pushing out as much fumes. But also it comes down to how you drive. You know, I feel like as far as the oil change and the tires, you know, it's still the same thing as, you know, Hellcat. Ain't nothing too much change there. But as far as the gas, depending on how you drive, you'll have a little difference from the Hellcat and the Scat Pack. You know, you'll have a difference there. You know, it ain't gonna be a huge difference, but it'll be some difference there. You can tell. Trust me, you can definitely tell. When it comes to the RTs, which is probably like the one, well, not probably, it's the one under the 392, which is the 5.7. I want to say it's 385 or 395 horsepower, one of the two. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Oh well. But those are the ones that's, of course, that is just a regular Hemi. It's not insanely fast. Now they can be sleepers. I was because Hemi Life, y'all watch his channel, make sure y'all subscribe to him if y'all haven't already. His name is in the description below. But Hemi Life 44, he has an RT, but he has a pedal box on his, and his is straight pipe, and he has a 5-inch tips on there too. So his is quick. Now it's stuff you can do to an RT. Now don't just think just because you got an RT just just slow it. Not at all. Not at all. It's actually a guy that's in this other car club. He has a 5.7, and it's supercharged. I mean, is it supercharged? No, it's Whipple charged. That's what it is. It's Whipple charged. Whipple chargers are completely insane. Completely insane. I was actually thinking about changing out the supercharger that comes on the Hellcat and replacing it with a Whipple charger. So his is Whipple charged, and like I said, it's a 5.7, but it is insane. It's a sleeper. So stuff like that is crazy at the track. Crazy at the track. Because like I said, the track. At the track, you're only going a quarter mile, so it ain't about being super fast, it's about being quick. So I'm pretty sure he run a lot of people down at the track. But RTs can definitely be sleepers. It's definitely stuff you can do to them and make them, you know, to make them quick. But you know, just don't think just because it's RT that, you know, that it's just slow. So a RT is something I feel like people should get if you just want a little speed. And you want to, you know, something to have that can make a little noise, but you may not be able to afford the Hellcat at the time, or a Scat Pack at the time, or you just don't want to put all that money down for a car. You just want something just to have, just to say you got a little speed. Because some people don't feel, some people feel like the 392s is too much power. So I would advise you to get a 5.7. A 5.7 is only, like I said, it's between, I want to say it's like 385 or 395 horsepower, one of those. So it's not a crazy amount of horsepower. I feel like, you know, it's again, then you're gonna be good on gas. Now again, the tires and the oil is pretty much, you know, the same. Nothing there changes. They're dropping off the mail. It's good. I need to check the mail anyway. So the oil and the gas, I mean, the oil and the tires don't change, you know, for the most part with the RTs. I mean, it's just the same thing because people have their preferences as far as, you know, tires. Some people do want to run bigger tires. Now the only thing with that is when it comes to, well, no, you have a difference because they run 345s. I mean, I said 345s. Lord Jesus, that's gonna be some wild tires. They have 245s on the Scat Pack and the RT. So 245s are on the Scat Pack, which is gonna be, you know, it's of course, I mean, obviously it's gonna be cheaper than, you know, buying the tires on the Hellcat. And their tires, that the rim size is actually a 9. The rim size on the Hellcat is a 9.5. So I mean, it's gonna be cheaper. It definitely gonna be cheaper. But again, I say it depends on the person driving it, because some people do like to put bigger tires on the back. Some people like to put 295s or 275 on the back of a RT. When they get Scat Pack, some people put like 305s or 295s. So it's just like, it all depends. Stuff like that, that always changes. That's why I say they pretty much stay the same, because people change those all the time. But as far as like the gas, that's the only thing that really comes to, as long as the car is stock, that's what pretty much determines how you know, what the gas mileage look like. Because you can always, like I said, you can mod the RT up, you know, and put intake, you know, supercharger, pro chargers, and change out different stuff, change the exhaust, and your gas mileage will drop tremendously. So it's just like stuff like that, you know, it'll change your gas. But for the most part, when it's stock, your gas mileage will be super cheaper than driving a Hellcat. You know, no matter how you drive, for the most part, it's, you know, it's an RT, so it's like you can pretty much probably put like 30 in it to fill it up, and you can probably ride for a few days, probably about 4 or 5 days. If I put 30 in my car, for one, it's not gonna fill it up. But I'll run through $30 worth of gas in probably like a day and a half, honestly. So it's just like, that's a preference, man. So it all depends on what you like or what you feel like you can handle. If money's not an option and you just want something that's fast, if you've never driven anything fast, I would advise you to get a Scat Pack. If money is an option and you just want something with a little speed, I would advise you probably get an RT. But if you've driven something fast before and money is not an option, you know, it's not a problem, I would say, you know, go ahead, go for the Hellcat, you know, but only if you feel like you can handle that power, you know, because like I said, it's a lot of power, it's super quick. So it's just like something like that, you can kill yourself, you know. So it's just like, if you never handled it before, you know, you can easily lose control of it. So that's just my opinion, man. That's what I think, you know, because like I said, I had to answer that question because I've gotten a lot of people actually ask me about that, and, you know, what should I get, and stuff like that, and, you know, what would be the best car to get. You know, if you want to save gas but just want something that got a little rumble to it, you know, the RT is your best bet. If you ain't too much worried about gas, but you never driven nothing fast before like that, I would say, you know, get the 392. Like I said, it's still a lot of muscle, but, you know, it's not driving 700 horsepower. So I feel like you can handle that. I feel like anybody can, you know, pretty much handle 392. But if you feel like you're ready to handle that speed and you got it, go for the Hellcat, you know. So, but I would just say, and like I tell anybody, even myself, you know, you have to be careful in these cars, because for one, you don't know how the next person gonna drive. So it's just like, that's why I don't do no racing on freeways. Only if it's open, I give somebody a quick pull. But as far as like weaving in and out of traffic, I'm not gonna do that, because you don't know how the next person gonna drive. Some people see fast cars coming up behind them, and they, you know, first thing they do is, okay, well, let me try to get over. And then you thinking the same thing they did. Okay, it's a car right here, let me get over. Y'all both thinking the same thing. Y'all end up jumping in the same lane. Bam, just like that, a wreck happens. So it's just like, I don't do the racing on freeways, you know. So but that's my opinion, man, on these cars. That's what I feel like is the best option as far as, you know, what someone should buy. Like I said, I have to answer that question. But if you do have any other questions that you feel like you want me to do a video over and answer, because you never know, somebody else may be thinking the same thing you thinking. So go ahead, man, ask your question in the comments down below, and I'll try to make sure I put up a video about it. I will end up doing a video on the tires as well, because a lot of people do ask me about the tires, like what's a good tire setup. So I'll make sure I get a good tire video on those coming soon, real soon. Probably end up recording it later on today. So y'all drop some in the comment down below. Let me know what y'all want to see on the channel, man. I got y'all. So y'all already know how I end every last one of my videos, man. Whoever told you the sky's the limit lied to you, because we know absolutely no limit whatsoever, man. So let's get this money.